I can't
And
believe
we're back with the Moonfall podcast.
I'm
That
so
has
fucking...
been the highlight of my week, just hearing about this.
Please watch it.
I feel like
I thought
Please.
Dream doxing a 14-year-old was fun.
What? Wait,
Wait,
what? Oh my god, wait. No, I'm so glad you reminded me. Did you guys see the Dream video?
Oh, wait. So isn't Dream right now doing this like role play where he's like, I'm anti-Dream, and it's like the edgy version of
No,
himself?
but did you see what people found on his channel?
Dream.
No, what
Yeah,
happened?
the really
The
old
KKK
video
edit?
Yeah, the KKK.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like,
MLG KKK edit.
so like back in the, obviously for context sake, back in the days of like, I want to say 2016, 2015, there was something called MLG montage parodies where like...
his video was from I think 2014 or 2015.
Damn,
Yeah,
he was
so,
ahead
like-
of the curve.
So yeah, old.
So the people just took like back in the days of early YouTube, we had like Call of Duty montages where it was just like extreme zany edits, and so the MLG montage era was just those same edits, but on like really. Like I would say, it was on like extreme.
Self-aware.
Yeah, it was like self-aware. It was like not meant to be like racist or anything. It was just like, let's make it super extreme. You know, basically funny by extremity's sake, right? Like funny just by. It was like a Filthy Frank era. You know, like he would
It was
say
the
something.
idea that you would take like mundane stuff and throw those Call of Duty edits on it to make it funny. You know, like you would MLG montage like, I don't know, some Asian woman doing a vlog.
Yeah.
And you do like, oh my god, Asian cam, like just ridiculous shit.
Yeah, like 420 Asian XX gamer.
That sounds
has
fun.
Yeah,
fucking-
exactly.
So,
yeah.
so Dream, I don't know how they found this, but like they had a Wayback Link machine, right? And so the reason I know about this was me and CoffeeZilla were sitting right one night investigating a crypto thing and like scamming it. And he like, hey Muda, did you hear about the Dream shit? And I was like, what the fuck? He links me this Wayback Machine link, and I click on it, and it's from his channel. Like from his channel. Like it's still up there. And basically it's like he's showing people how to cook, like he's cooking like noodles or something. And like I want to say like 10 seconds of the edit or some shit, right? Fucking it cuts to like the KKK. It's like hashtag social justice warriors fight for the, like it was a fucking
Wow.
it's like and then
I
like,
also like people were like leaking private DMs with Dream, and I don't think it actually had anything to do with this meme
I
or
don't think it
whatever.
did, no.
But it was like him saying, "I believe in freedom of expression, and I can say whatever I want." So like, and then they like attached that like Discord DM screenshot to like all of his posts.
To be fair, if that video is from 2014 and that's 8 years ago, Dream was, I think he's what, in his 20s, so he'd be like probably 15, 16 when he made that.
Yeah, I think they said on Twitter he was 14 when he did make it.
Oh yeah,
so.
then I totally I did
Yeah,
way
he's a
worse
child.
shit when I was 14. Oh my god, I am glad that social media didn't exist as it was back when I was a teen.
I don't understand
because the
these-
stuff that I did, I'd be done. It's over.
Dude, I don't understand like some of these people sometimes where they're like demonizing him. Like even to this day, right? Like you'll always have that one group chat. September 11th rolls around every fucking year, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's dropping the fucking memes.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's dropping
Dude,
the memes in the group chats.
Everyone, people don't put this in like timeline context. People who look at this go, "Oh my God, Dream made a KKK reference in a video, but he's my sweet little tiny Minecraft YouTuber." It's like, no, he was a 14-year-old nobody. Like,
Yeah.
like people don't time capsule these things. You can't hold him accountable now for something he did when he was a preteen. Like, it's not how it works.
Well, yeah, it's like even like so way back when I was 20 in YouTube, we made jokes early on, like I would say 2012, 2013 that we probably wouldn't make nowadays. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, look, I'm almost 30 years old at this point, right? Like my humor and like my sensibilities change over time, right? Like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But so he's like, he's a 14-year-old kid and it's like fucking, oh, now he's in like 20s. He's probably not going to make that joke again. And honestly, when I watched that joke, I'm like, it was so extreme. Like there was like Islamophobic jokes or something in it. I didn't find those, and I was like, I'm not even like I can't speak for everyone, but I'm like, this is not even like, this is just extreme. Like it's like when he has hashtag social justice warriors and like MLG music playing, and he's like, like dubs. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it's too much. Like,
And the other thing, man, like they don't keep in context of the times. Like Muda, I bet you can relate to this. When I was growing up, I was born in '91. I'm an old fucking man. When I was growing up, it was perfectly okay to use gay as an insult. It was just fine. No one called it out. Now, was it okay? Probably not.
No.
But no one called it out. People on large didn't have a problem with it. It was fine. You would say, oh, this show sucks. It's gay. Oh, you're an idiot. You're gay. Oh, this is gay. And eventually, when you got older and became an edgy teenager, it would turn into the F slur. Not a great word, but you would call people that. You would say it, and no one had a problem with it on the whole. Now, things have changed. I'm an older person. I'm more mature. I don't personally say that word anymore.
Also society progressed since then.
And,
like,
and society,
between
exactly.
your growing up and also like culture changing over time.
Exactly. And my point with that is, if someone found some of my old online accounts from when I was like 12, 13, 14, and I was saying that word, I wouldn't in any way like react. I'd be like, yeah, I was a dumb teenager in the fucking 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. That's just how it was. What do you want me to apologize for?
You were born
for
in 91 and you were a teenager in the 90s? That's crazy.
Well, I can't do math because I was born in the 90s. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like even if you dig up like old forum posts of somebody saying some like fucked up shit, I'm like, look, if thank God I was like, real smart with my YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna use some ordinary gamers. If I use my old fucking name and you could like Google like fucking fact check all the forums I was on, fucking be removed. Okay, I used to talk. There was on Newgrounds for a while, right? Like I would just go on Newgrounds and like my rating system, because they used to have like a 5-star rating system, and I had the most bans on Newground rating because if I liked the game,
bro.
I liked the game, I was like, oh my god, 5-star, you are the best fucking, this is the best Flash game I ever played. Oh my god, dude, this is the greatest fucking title. And then when it was like a bad one, I was like 0 out of 5. Holy shit, how are you even designing video games, loser?
Yep.
Fucking delete your computer and like throw it out the fucking window.
and that's a perfect goddamn example to how the culture has changed. Newgrounds, you're talking about Newgrounds, how Newgrounds has a system where if you vote stuff down, it gets deleted. If you go to that website now, I check in on it every now and then. I love Newgrounds. If something gets deleted, I believe it plays a very simple animation of like, oh, a laser beam gets fired on it and it evaporates, or I don't even know if it does that anymore. It might just say like, congratulations, you've removed this low quality submission. Back in the day on Newgrounds in the 2000s, if you got rid of a submission that way, it would play gore. It would show like Flash files like crucified on a cross or being eviscerated.
Pico would stop shooting up the school and shoot up your fucking animation.
It would show you a little Flash animation of like a tiny little Flash file getting its head shot in by a gun or getting its head cut off. And it was like, congratulations, you killed this piece of shit. And everyone was like, yay!
We did it. It was like literally public execution of somebody's hard work.
But you can't do that anymore. That's just not how the internet is anymore. No. But that's what it used to be. I miss it every day.
The problem is, man, it's like and so I made this video where I talked about like the relation to the internet nowadays, and it's literally because like it's more mainstream ever since like 2006. Like I want to say like the entire culture shifted when iPhones and like smartphones
2007
became a thing, right?
is the year it shifted, dude. iPhone comes in and social media changes forever.
Yeah, because people were able to connect to the internet using one little bubble on their phone. Back then it was like back then nobody had a reason to jump onto the internet, right? Like it was just
fucking
like
Blackberries before that, right?
Right? Like people were like, oh, my dad, Blackberry's like, let me message the other doctors in the region. Let's go, boys. And fucking now with the internet.
Huda, does your dad still have a beeper?
My dad? No, like, he does not have he had the pager for the longest time until he got rid of that.
So did my dad, yeah.
He had the pager. He only had the pager because like he's like it took a long time for the system to switch. Because they still used it for like emergency stuff, right? Like calling up a fucking doctor. And then like he was the first one to get a BlackBerry, and he was the first one to return the BlackBerry because he's like, this thing is a fucking piece of shit. Never stops fucking beeping. All right, I can't fucking do anything with this shit. And that's pretty much how it ended. Like he got rid of it, I want to say like years ago. It wasn't like soon. But now he's like, everyone just like, messages my iPhone. I just got like a little ping and that's it. But he was the first one to have the beeper, and it was like really stupid. Like I remember even my mom would have to call the pager line and like fucking send my dad a page. It's like that seems so archaic.
Damn, dude. I mean, also think of the climate before we get all that shit. So 2007, you have all that shit, and then you have iPhones and you have the social media. Think about it before. What was the hotness? What was the current like thing for that digital shit? Texting. Which means you're texting people you know.
Do you remember like fucking when it came to like early smartphones, and we like even for like us, like mobile gaming, right? Like we were just like,
Mhm.
oh, Snake on our Nokias. But like when we like, I want to say like my
Dude,
first.
I don't know about you, but Block Dude on TI-84 calculators.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mario on the TI-83 guy.
Yeah,
fucking,
that's the real thing.
Do you know what I love to do back in the TI-83 days? So they made us clear RAM all the time on our TI-83, so we couldn't store functions on them for pre-calc assignments.
Oh.
So one day I felt really, I did. This is my first 10 head strat. I was like, I'm just gonna fake a TI-83 RAM clear screen. So I like programmed the actual RAM clear screen. So every time the fucking instructor would walk by, I'm like, yeah, I cleared it. And they walk by, I'm like, dumbass, let me fucking go.
Dude, if you come up with that lateral thinking, you deserve to pass.